All right, quiz review. So I'm going to use a lot of different colors on this. You can do what you want on your paper. This is also a good strategy for the actual quiz. Name 3 collinear points. Well, remember, co means with, and line. So that means on the same line. Well, there's really only one place where you can find 3 letters in a line, and that's B, H, and G. And when you're listing points, use commas. Okay? So B, H, and G are 3 that are on the same line. Name 4 coplanar points. Well, at that point, you can pick pretty much any panel here. Think of this as the classroom. You know, you have the floor down here. That's one plane. So any 4 of those 4 letters work. The ceiling, any 4 of those 5 letters works. Okay? The front of the room, front wall. Okay? The back wall, C, E, D, J. The side walls, G, E, D, F. Or this side wall right here. So the choices are not endless, but there certainly are a lot of choices. Okay, you just pick what makes the most sense to you. So, for example, I'm going to take the back wall. C, E, J, and D. C, E, J, and D. And it says just name the points, so I'm just going to do that. But remember, it really does help if you trace and find the 4 letters. Those are the 4 letters that make the back wall, the back panel of the box, however you want to look at it. Of course, there's any number of correct answers you could put here. You could put CBHG, CEGB, CJAB, any 4 that are on the same panel. And that's why it's really useful if you mark them. If not with a pencil, at least with your finger, and trace, all these different possible choices you have here. Okay? If you take that time, it's going to be very hard to make any mistakes. Now, for this one, it says non-collinear points, which means not on the same line. Okay? So, just pick 4 random points that aren't on the same plane. So, like, say, B and G, that's okay. I know they're on, as long as all 4 are not collinear, but if you want to be completely random and just pick 4 points that are not on the same line, that's fine. So B and E and F and J. If you want to go that random, that's okay. So B and E, F, and J. But here's the thing, just so you see, it says 4 non-collinear points. So as long as one of them is not on the same line, you could use B, H, G, and E. Even though these 3 are on the same line, since this one is off, that's 4 non-collinear points. All right, find the intersection of each. Now, on the first one, we can take our shortcut. Notice how they both have a G in them? 2 lines intersect at a point right there. Now, if you wanted to prove that to yourself, here's BG, here's GE. Where do they meet? Right there. But when you see the same letter, it's a shortcut. Now, in this one, notice they both have an E. But that's all we know. And since planes intersect a line or line segment, we need another letter. And we can't see it here. We can't do the shortcut. So we need to trace E, G, F. So here's E, here's G, here's F. Well, that's that side panel right there. And then ECD, E and C and D, well, that's the back panel. So where does the back panel and the right panel go? And must have the E in it. That's right here. Okay? So that's how you find, see, this board is being a little bit weird. It does not want to give me the eraser. So where do they intersect? They intersect at ED. That's not what I wanted. Really? I just want my regular line back. There we go. Not really, but I'll take it. So ED. All right. Now, what does coplanar mean? Like collinear, on the same plane. That's all it means. Okay, name a line parallel to DH. Well, where's DH? DH is sort of right there. Board's a little off. So watch. What's parallel to that? This, this, and this. Okay? So DH, CG, BF, and AE. Those are all parallel. Now, you don't have to write all of them. It just said one, but I'm just going to write them all. Wow, the board is getting really off now. Hold on. All right, let's try that again. So GC, I don't know what that is. GC, BF, or AE. Any one of those three is an appropriate answer. Okay, skew to BC. So I showed you how to do this in class. Find BC. Now, mark anything that touches it. CG, BF, BA, CD. Okay? And then anything parallel to it. So what's parallel to this line? This line, and that line. Now, circle whatever is left. And those are your skew lines. Should be one more. Here it is. Okay, so those are your choices there. So your choices for possible answers here, and you only had to have one of these, is AE, CG, DH, or FE. Any one of those would be skew. But again, the best way to do this really is this method. You know, we have colored pencils in the room, you can use those. Mark off the line, segment, mark off anything that touches it, mark off anything parallel to it, and that's it. Name a pair of parallel planes. Good. I'm not going to list all the possibilities here, but let's talk about what they are. Again, if you just think about the room, here's the ceiling. What is parallel to the ceiling? Oh, no, that just broke up. But the floor. The floor is parallel to the ceiling. Okay? If I drew this wall, what is parallel to that wall? Oh, it's board. What's parallel to that wall? This wall. So the left side is parallel to the right side. And then, what is parallel to the front? The back. Right? So if you want to name parallel planes, just pick two opposite planes, top and bottom, left, right, front and back, and name them. So I'm just going to write down planes, and you only need 3 letters to name a plane. I'm going to do E, F, G, and A, B, C. So for me, that would be the left and right side of that figure. Now, two intersecting planes. Planes meet at a line or line segment. Okay? So what, for example, what's going to touch the back wall? Well, the ceiling, the left wall, the right wall, and the floor. Okay? So pretty much everything intersects the back wall except for the front wall. So if I wanted to stick with BCG, that's one plane, and just pick anything that touches it. So basically anything but the front will work. So if I wanted to pick this, EFG, and that's one of many possible answers. So just pick a wall and then pick, or a floor or ceiling, and pick something that's touching it. Okay. R is between M and P. MP is 62. Remember, part, whole. If you label this, it makes it a lot easier not to make those mistakes. So how do I solve this? Part plus part equals whole. So 2x plus 3x plus 7 equals 62. That gives me 5x plus 7 equals 62. If I subtract 7, I get 55. And if I divide by 5, x is 11. Now it says find MR. Well, that's here. So if I plug in 11 for x, 2 times 11 is 22. Then it says RP. That's here. So 3 times 11 is 33, plus 7 is 40. And here's the nice thing. You can check. Those add up to 62. You can check your answer. Midpoint. As soon as you see the word midpoint, I'm going to mark those congruent. Which also means I'm not going to add these equal to anything. I know they are already equal to each other. And so I just write this. I'm going to subtract 2x, so I like to keep my x's positive. Therefore, I'm going to move this 16 over here. And that's going to give me 7x equals 21. If I divide by 7, x is 3. Now I'm going to plug 3 in for PL, right there. Okay? So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 5 is 11. It asks for LQ. That's right here. Now I could plug 3 in there, but since I know those two are equal, I can just put 11. Now notice it did not ask me for PQ, but if it did, I would just double or add those two together and get 22. Whoops. Nope. All right. Use this drawing to find the answers. Okay. Well, where's AOB? AOB is right here. It is 2x minus 4. So I'm going to write that right here. BOC is right here. That's 3x minus 19. I also know these two are equal to each other, so I put my arc marks. And I'm literally going to just write them equal to each other right here. I'm going to subtract 2x. I'm going to add 19. Cancel, cancel. 19 minus 4 is 15, and 3x minus 2x is 1x. So that means x is 15. AOB, I'm going to plug 15 in right there. 2 times 15 is 30, minus 4 is 26 degrees. BOD, that's easy. Why is it easy? Because there's that symbol right there, which makes it 90 degrees. BOC, we already know these two are equal to each other, so 26 degrees. Now, AOD, a little bit of work here. AOD. That's the whole thing. Well, we already know that this is 90, right? Because of the symbol. And we found out before that AOB was 26. So all we have to do is add 90 to 26 and get 116 degrees. Okay, draw a picture real quick. Very easy. Put some points. It says midpoint, so try to make it in the middle. Doesn't really, I'm not going to measure it. Okay, once I know midpoint, I'm going to mark those equal. It says YK is 6x. So that's here. And YJ is 5x plus 21. All right. Well, we know they're equal to each other. So I can just write 5x plus 21 equals 6x. Minus 5x from both sides. X is 21. That's my answer. Notice it just asked me to find x. So I'm done. It did not ask me to find the measurements of anything there. If it did, I would just plug it in. Okay, ABC is x plus 3. ABC is right here. So that's x plus 3. CBD, right there, is 7x plus 11. It says ABD, the whole thing here, is 36. So part plus part equals whole. So x plus 3 plus 7x plus 11 equals 36. Oh, I'm sorry. I told you in class to change this to 38, so we don't have a fraction, so we're just going to change it to 38 to make life easy. Sorry about that. So I'm going to combine my x's, 8x. Combine my numbers, plus 14, equals 38. Now if I subtract 14, I get 8x equals 24. Divide by 8, x is 3. That's my answer there. Well, this is just not cooperating, is it? 3. Okay, now find CBD. Well, where is CBD? That's this right here. So I'm going to do 7 times 3, which is 21, plus 11, which is 32 degrees. All right, RT bisects. As soon as I know that this right here is a bisector, I can mark these two pieces equal before I know anything. Now it tells me ART is 17. Where's that? Right there. Since I know they're equal, I can just write that immediately. Then it wants me to find ARE, the entire thing, which just means double. And there's my answer, 34 degrees. Last but not least, we have two angles here. We have 2x minus 5, and we have 3x minus 5. That's a horrible one. But what do they form? They form a straight line. So, straight line, when we're dealing with angles, remember, is 180 degrees. So 2x minus 5 plus 3x minus 5 equal 180. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Minus 5 is minus 10. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. That gives me 5x equals 190. And then divide by 5. X is 38. I'm not done because it says find x and all the angles. So I need to plug in 38 to 2 times 38 minus 5 and 3 times 38 minus 5. And when I do that, I get 71 degrees here and 109 degrees here. 2 times 38, 76, minus 5 is 71. And 3 times 38 is 114, minus 5 is 109. And note, this plus this, as a double check, adds up to 180. Good to go.